For anyone still out there, this is the Dystopic Radio Network.
I can't really remember when I last had any hope.
Somewhere
I came into this game for the action, the excitement.
on the abandoned highways of tomorrow.
You're either living or you're not.
I want everyone to remember.
Keep your radio on. Listen for our broadcasts.
Their names are the Dystopic Boys.
There's going to be a great earthquake such as never been. It'll be so great that all the tombs everywhere in the world are going to be thrown open. That's going to require a granddaddy.
Hangover on the 22nd.
Do you wake from your finest fantasy only to return to your daily nightmare?
And welcome back, everybody, to the Dystopic Radio Network. We are the Dystopic Boys. My name is Wendell. I'm here, as always, with my co-survivor, Niles. Welcome, Niles.
I'm still here, hungover on the 22nd.
Yeah, 22nd. And we're joined tonight by we like to call him either our number one fan or our first fan, one or the other, Nick. How's it going, Nick?
Hey, what's up?
At least our official liked on Facebook.
Yeah, it was the first
Yeah.
official like on Facebook, so that's what we're going with. We decided we were going to, it seemed appropriate that on the 22nd of December 2012, since we're all still here, that it made sense to have a little podcast about why the world did not end. Or maybe it did, we don't know it. I don't know. But,
yeah, that was a letdown.
Cover up.
Seriously, yeah, conspiracy theory. Seriously, conspiracies. We're just going to talk a little bit tonight about some historical apocalypses. Apocalypse? What's the plural for that?
Apocalypses.
I kind of like apocalypses.
This is make up a word, like we always do.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to talk about some historical apocalypses. We're going to do some little ranking of some of the reasons why maybe the world did not end.
Our own apocalypses.
We're going to have a drink and just have some fun tonight.
Speaking of drinking.
So, what are we drinking tonight, Niles?
Oh, that was beautiful.
We are going.
That was a nice pour, Niles.
We're going for number 11 of the 12 Beers of the Apocalypse.
I thought this was number 12.
No.
Oh, no, wait, this is number 11.
12 just came out like 2
yesterday.
Days ago. And we may not have been able to drink it if the world had ended.
Which would have been sad.
That would have been
a beer left.
But this is a Elysian Mortis or Mortis.
Mortis.
Depending on how you want to pronounce that.
It's Mortis because it's okay. So it is the beer is Elysian Mortis Sour Persimmon Ale. And I'm assuming they're going for the whole rigor mortis, you know.
Oh, that makes sense.
So that's why I go off of the mortis on it.
Because Mortis sounds fancy, but
yeah. I don't think the apocalypse is going to be. Let's face it. If the world's going to end, it's not going to be French.
Not classy or French.
Sorry
if I just offended.
All of our French fans just turned it off.
Oh man,
Whoops.
This looks sour.
Oh yeah, this is an actual sour ale. So this one, they when they ferment it, I believe they leave the fermenters open so that it can actually develop some bacterial flavors and stuff that normally are considered off, but can lend themselves to.
I'm splitting between 3 people here.
Yum bacteria.
Well, we got another one. We got another one in there.
We do.
All right. So without further ado, cheers. Here's to not being dead and not being eaten by zombies or anything like that.
Clinkies.
So yeah, let's see what this one's like. Ooh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's very persimmon-y.
I concur.
I think I just adjectified the word persimmon. It's actually very good. Yeah. I like it. Does have a little bit of a sour.
Yeah.
Aftertaste.
But not like you're gonna spit it out sour.
Yeah. It's not like you just suck down a lemon.
Gross.
But no, it's very good. All right, so that's what we're gonna be drinking tonight. So what do we got up next? Niles.
I don't know. Do you want to go over some of these best epochs?
Yeah, I think so. So
see, we've screwed up the word. I can't even say it now.
So for anybody that's been living under a rock for the past 4 years, 5 years, the Mayan calendar was supposed to end on December 21st, 2012, which for some very strange reason, everybody thought that meant that the world was going to end in some way, shape, or form. Something about the planets aligning with the galactic center or something like that. Some really weird voodoo science or something.
And Nick, didn't you watch a show on this too at some point?
I did. Well,
We don't have to talk about it right now.
Many throughout
Many.
my.
Oh, through
Maybe
your
we should
history
we
of
can talk about
2012?
that when we go through the debunking the Mayans, Mayans for Dummies 101, that type of thing towards the end of this.
I love that
Mayan
book.
clip that I have.
Yeah, the Mayan clip. But for right now, the apocalypse is something that it has a lot of history throughout history. There are many different scenarios that have
Many.
occurred throughout history, and many that have not. And Niles has a little list of a few of them that have occurred.
Well, that gentleman that you heard earlier talking about, it's gonna start with a giant earthquake. Well, that was
and
that
all
was,
the tombs are gonna crack open.
that was Harold Camping, and I think last year at about October he had predicted that there was gonna be a rapture that was gonna happen. He's a Christian radio talk show host.
How did this come about? Like, was it like a vision of his? Or
You know what? I'm not.
I'm gonna go out on a limb
I
and say it's because
believe-
he's a crazy person. I mean,
That's very
that's a
plausible.
guess.
Let's see. Had arrived at the date for the apocalypse through a series of calculations that were based on the Jewish feast days and the lunar month calendar. And he also predicted a time, 6 p.m., which even is like,
wait, and
pretty
which
exact.
day was it supposed to be?
all right, everybody's going to disappear at 6 o'clock exactly, so drink your glass of wine because you're going to be gone.
It's like
Are you sure it wasn't?
Repent your
Are you
sins.
sure it wasn't Kool-Aid that you were supposed to drink?
Who knows?
Wait, no. So when did he say the world was supposed to end? Was it December 21st?
No, it was like May.
No,
something,
this is a May
And-
21st, 2011 at precisely 6 p.m.
You know what would be an awesome mashup? Go back through and find all of the day after the world is supposed to end videos of people explaining why it didn't happen and what their excuses are,
The
and
cop-outs.
mash it up
Yeah.
into all of the historical cop-outs
Yeah, right.
of why did the world not end? Well, it was because I messed up my calendar, or my watch was set to Eastern time, or
Oh, so here's
whatever it is.
so I mean, here's the good thing. Here's the funny thing is, when the time of the rapture had come and gone, Camping reevaluated his predictions, saying that
Of course
the
he did.
event
Yeah.
would take place simultaneously with the end of the world on October 21st, 2011. So he pushed
Wait,
it back.
so-
Okay, it's gonna end
Hang on.
at the end of the world.
October 21st,
October
2011.
Yes, October 21st, 2011.
What was significant about
Yeah,
October
what's-
21st,
what's-
2011?
That was his end of the world prediction, I guess.
So
So
he kind of just,
did-
altered.
Yeah,
his-
it's like, well, the rapture didn't happen when it was supposed to, so
So
it's gonna be at the end.
Has anybody interviewed him since the world did not end and the rapture did not happen?
I believe he died.
Of course
maybe,
he did.
Maybe he was just predicting
I
his
believe
death.
he's not with us anymore.
There you go. What was his
So-
date of death? Was it October 21st, 2011?
I didn't go that far.
That
into
would-
it.
Please tell me
That would
it
be
was.
crazy.
It
Yeah,
was.
I know
It
that
was.
was
It was in 2011, so I think it was shortly after that.
All right.
He
He's
planned
like,
it.
I am screwed.
He planned it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't.
So,
And then there's, I mean, we can go back, between like different apocalypses, between like, different. There's always been people theorizing based on biblical dates and numbers and science facts and all that stuff. So I mean, we can go back to like Y2K, for example. That was another end of the world scenario, right? Where all of our computers would
fun.
shut down and reset, and then we'd be like
Yeah.
doomed because
the
technology.
whole like all of our money is
Bank
in banks.
accounts. Yeah.
All of our money is in banks, and when Y2K hits, now I have actually experienced Y2K bugs in software where
numbers.
it won't
reached-
allow you to enter someone's actual birth date because they are actually more than 100 years old. And
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
different scenarios like that where it won't allow you to enter the correct year in because it assumes it's a 1900s.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I actually when I was working in Excel more, there was a bug where you would go to enter somebody's birth date in who was born in like 2005, and it would automatically assume it was 1905 because the software was programmed to where it was 19 as the first two digits. It was only programmed for 2-digit years.
Why is this guy so
That-
old?
That's got a lot of you can tell programmers with a lot of foresight as far as how long their programs might last.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing with the Mayan idea is our systems get to a certain point and then they have to reset.
Yeah.
And so
Cycled calendar.
the end of the world always happens when the computers have to reset.
Yeah.
Well, and
Or
again,
Mayan
there
calendar has
there
to
was a comic that I was reading today about the whole Mayan thing.
What's
and
a
it shows,
comic, Wendell?
It's well, this was exactly a web.
Was it a
comic.
graphic novel? Was
no,
it a comic?
no, this was a one panel. This was not even a strip. This was one panel comic.
It was a Mayan hieroglyph.
But yeah,
a box.
It showed two Mayans standing in a temple of some sort, and one of them had a little circular Mayan calendar on a stone tablet, and he was talking to another guy, and he said, I couldn't fit any dates after 2012. The other guy says something like, that'll really screw with him in a couple thousand years. Yeah. I know.
Celebrity.
But I mean, seriously, like if you think about it, like I don't see why they just, hey, they ran out of space, or I don't know.
I wish they could date when they
Come on.
stopped doing the calendar, because it could have been
Yeah.
like when they stopped kind of being Mayans.
When they stopped being.
It could have been that.
We are no longer Mayans. We are now the.
Well, as history states, the Mayan calendar was not finished because the Mayans died,
Oh,
and that's
well, there
that's a
goes my
problem.
theory.
All right,
Well, that too.
so Niles, tell us about some of the historical. Let's walk through a few of these. A few historical apocalypses that have happened.
Nostradamus and the King of Terror.
Wait, Nostradamus. He's that old guy, right?
Yeah.
Philosopher. I
Looking
think?
in
Yeah, he
water.
prophesied 250 years ago. According.
When was he alive?
This list was posted, I think, a year ago.
I thought he was alive a lot longer ago than that.
I don't know. I'm reading this rest of the paragraph. Hold on.
Hey, I guess
Trust
I could
the
read
paper.
along.
Yeah, you
For
got
those
a copy.
folks, for those folks reading at home,
He prophesied
Listen.
250 years ago that the King of Terror will come from the sky in 1999.
all right. See, here's the thing with Kings of Terror. That's
be
very,
anything.
very easy for someone. That's the type of thing that can be taken very partisan, right? Because 1999. Oh wait, let's see who got elected in 2000. GW. So
Yeah.
that would be very easy for
That could
certain
be a
people to say that.
King of
Or
Terror.
exactly, like
Yeah.
it's very easy to take a prediction like that and turn it into anything for
It's-
anybody.
It's
Now,
all
my son-
about the wording.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly.
it's
yeah,
really
exactly.
how you want to perceive it.
My son, Junior.
It's no
Junior,
different. It's
not
no
senior,
different than
junior.
fortune telling. It's like
True, yeah.
something bad's going to happen. Well, no crap. That could be like I'm going to stub my toe tomorrow,
Exactly.
or I'm going to die in a car accident.
Yeah.
Like something bad's going to happen to every single one of us every day. It's a matter of degrees of significance.
Bush was not the
King of Terror.
And yeah, I mean, it was predicted that it was gonna happen with a solar eclipse, August 11th, 1999, and people would hide out in bunkers like they were gonna be saved.
It's kind of like
now, see, that's an
from the
interesting
sky
one.
going dark.
Why is it that they thought that an eclipse was going to cause the end of the world? Eclipses have happened throughout history. What was it about that one in particular that they, for some reason, thought was more unique?
It was a
Right.
super eclipse.
just because it's going to be turning to 2000. That's probably why.
Oh,
they
that's
yeah.
true.
freaked
Yeah, I
out.
guess they could have thought the last eclipse of the millennium.
Yeah,
whatever.
It's going to be a big one.
Yeah.
Get your
Even
popcorn.
though it was August. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. A few months early. All right. Ooh. No. Okay. Now this one I particularly like: the Great Flood and the Flying Saucer. That
Oh,
one just sounds awesome.
Why don't
Yeah.
you go ahead and read that one, Wendell?
All right. Apparently, Chicago housewife claimed to have
Well.
received a because Chicago housewives are 99% of the time known for their predictions about post-apocalyptic events.
Giggity.
The Nostradamus of the modern era.
Yeah, exactly. Claimed to have received a message from Planet Clarion in the early 1950s. That's a planet.
Is that a real? Yeah.
I have no
Fact
idea.
check.
Like Claritin? Like Claritin?
Yes, from
Claritin
Planet.
Clear?
Maybe she should have been on some Claritin.
The moon, Claritin.
In the early
beam.
1950s, the world was to end in a great flood before dawn on December 21st, 1954. Martin and a group of that was her name. Martin and a group of followers were convinced that a flying saucer would rescue the true
offense.
believers. Oh wow! So the flying saucer was actually going to rescue the true believers before the inevitable destruction of Earth. The belief was so strong that some broke completely with their previous lives. Blah blah blah.
Well, it's nice of the aliens, right? I mean,
And then apparently this was so strong that a lot of social psychologists actually studied them. They infiltrated the group to study the effects of such
Whoa.
convictions and the group's reaction when the prophesized event did not occur.
so there's some.
Oh, wow. There's actually their work, When Prophecy Fails, delivers the first instant of Festinger's, that's a terrible name, noted theory of cognitive dissonance. I have no idea what
What?
any of that means, but it's interesting that a book was actually written on the failure of this prediction.
Oh, that's
That's
last
a pretty
name.
big fail.
What, that's a...
If you get a book,
Festingers.
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 Yeah, Festinger. I know.
Last name.
Let's see what else we got in here. Okay, yeah, there was the common Y2K and the Millennium Bug. The whole computers can't go to 2000, so apparently that's going to cause the end of the world. Now, I think the idea with that one was that some of our economic and otherwise that we depend on things
Stock
like
market.
stock market,
Yeah.
electricity, like power plants that
True,
run
yeah,
on old
dams and
mainframes
all
and,
that.
dams. Exactly. Like
Yeah.
all of a sudden, there's Niles and I have talked about it on the show earlier, a couple episodes ago. The TV show called Revolution on ABC
Mm.
that actually touches on exactly that of what if all electricity ceased to work, not just electrical power plants ceased to work,
It's like
but
why
it just
why
wouldn't
did
work.
they
But
happen and the
basically,
system shut
yeah,
down?
what if there was an EMP that like a constant EMP.
So
that
even
internal combustion engine didn't work because
Okay.
spark plugs could not produce an electrical
Crazy.
spark.
So it's like electricity just
Electricity
exist anymore.
does not exist any longer. And it's actually really interesting
Yeah,
because
I haven't watched the show yet.
you
but-
need
Yeah,
to watch
same.
it.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. But yeah, so the idea that all of our power plants were going to fail, we're going to lose our money because it's all in banks, that our money no longer exists anywhere. It's all just digital ones and zeros, that if the computers crash, it all goes down. Which I think sparked a lot of people to hoard their money in their mattresses and tin cans.
I'm sure if we
again
look
and
at
all of that.
Discovery Channel, I think this last Tuesday did a Doomsday Preppers show. It was going through the
Really?
lives of people that were,
Huh.
yeah, I mean,
Stocking up
building
on-
bunkers, getting guns,
Yeah.
gun training. I mean, everything.
Wow.
Like zombie apocalypse was
Prepared.
going to happen. So
Sadly it didn't.
Well, and then on the
or
reverse side
will.
of that,
I mean, they weren't basing off of the
Oh, it's just for
this,
whenever.
this last
if
this-
and when.
if and when 'cause it will.
On the opposite side of that,
Yes, it will.
NASA here, I believe it was a few weeks ago, actually put out a video basically saying why the Mayans were
Oh, yeah.
wrong. I mean, and why and I'm sure that what we're going to talk about later
I didn't
actually
look at that.
comes
video,
from
but
some of
yeah.
that. But yeah, let's see what else we got on here.
Yeah, this is the one I have is I'm sure a dumbed down this is for all you regular
it's
people out there
Mayans 101.
that don't know.
Oh, yeah,
about
Mayans.
it.
Mayans for dummies.
Here's one that I like that did not happen. The black hole from Geneva, the whole LHC, the Large Hadron Collider. This is
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
I heard about that.
the idea that that the Large Hadron Collider, in the search for the Higgs boson particle, could actually set off enough energy to create black holes that would
yeah.
consume the Earth.
Yeah.
And there were certainly people that were prepared for the end of the world and the end of the universe.
How would you
when they turned it
escape
on.
that?
You don't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
You
a
would have
black-
to leave the
it's a-
planet
well,
before it happens.
well, and
And
if
even
it's a
would the
black
moon-
hole that sucks in the Earth,
yeah, would the moon
Yeah.
save you?
no,
No,
nothing.
no.
If it's actually a black hole that's going to suck in the Earth,
You
the
need to be out
solar
of the
system's
sol-
gone.
yeah,
Like you got to
exactly.
get to like Alpha Centauri or
Yeah,
Tau Ceti or
go
one
to
of
a
the.
nice go to a nice planet too. Don't go to Prometheus or something.
Go to like
Go
you
to a
know
good
Avatar place.
Yeah,
That's-
there
at
we
least
go.
It's pretty.
Yeah, and you get to fly on
Unobtainium?
crazy- Yeah, you get
Apparently
to
is
mine
pretty hard
unobtainium
to obtain.
And meet cute blue Avatar girls
that are 9 feet tall.
Sweet.
All right. Anyway,
that's right.
Off of that weird
I will
topic.
feel very small.
Okay,
Gotta
so
watch that movie again.
now that we've talked about some of the apocalypses that have not happened, I want to bring up and have us right here live on this podcast talk about and hash out the top 10 reasons the apocalypse did not happen on December 21st, 2012.
Yeah.
And I mean
Yeah,
that from the-
ways ways the apocalypse could happen but didn't.
And I want to rank them from number 1 being the most unlikely, therefore the best way that it did not happen, to the number 10 way, which would be the way that we could see actually ending civilization as we know it.
A probable way of.
Yeah, more of a probable
Yeah.
way that we could see actually happening, but it didn't.
And one is like, woo!
Yeah, one is
Way
like
out
a crazy town. It might happen, but it's far-fetched.
Like Planet
All
of
right,
the Apes.
so Niles, you got a
there
piece of
you
paper. Let's start throwing some ideas out here and start brainstorming this a little bit. You got the common the alien invasion.
Aliens.
So aliens.
Woo.
Yeah.
Invasion.
Yeah.
Okay. What about zombies, right?
Okay.
Zombie,
yeah.
zombie.
So some sort of like say
plague maybe?
I would
Or-
actually say zombies because I mean
There's a
even
difference
though
between.
because a plague just wipes people out.
Yeah.
Period. They're dead.
Unless it turns them out.
Well, I mean, unless it's like 28 days
Yeah,
later.
28 days later.
Well, that's true. Yeah, but
Turns them into infected.
okay. So zombies
infected
and
and
plague can
Because one's like chemical induced virus, and others
Alright,
like
so-
the rising dead.
yeah, exactly.
kinda.
Yes, exactly.
So we have zombies and we have infection.
I would say yeah,
Infection,
some
yeah.
sort of infectious plague, like something more akin to the Black
Flood.
Death.
Last of Us.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Let's go with super volcano. Favorite
Yes.
of mine.
Yellowstone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yep. I'm
Disaster
sure we have
movie.
all watched the incredibly bad sci-fi movie, which I'm sure is on our list, unfortunately.
I actually have not seen that.
Oh, it's terrible.
Which one?
The sci-fi movie about the super volcano
I didn't see it.
in Yellowstone.
Is
Oh,
that a
it's-
sci-fi movie? 'Cause
Yeah, it's.
I think
one
I
of
saw the
those-
commercial, but I
It's
haven't
one of
seen
those made for sci-fi movies, kind of like Eureka. I mean, not Eureka. Eureka's actually a good show.
Hopefully
No,
there's
Yeah,
not a
sure.
stone.
Encrypt. Yeah. All right, super volcano. Let's see what else.
it. I guess
Oh.
like
Can't even read my own
Continue.
Like a different species taking over, like Sasquatch /
Okay, yes. So
Planet of the
Planet of the
Apes
Apes,
kind of,
a Planet of the Apes scenario where some other species gains sentience and overthrows humanity as the top dog on the planet.
Yeah.
All right.
Because like there's the ones that are like
All right. So
Yeah.
what about the magnetic fields flipping?
like
The
polarization.
the poles flipping, and when the poles flip, all of a sudden you have the tectonic plates start moving around, and all of a sudden all of your every volcano on the
Weather
planet,
system
every
messes
earthquake, all of that stuff goes off, and it's just
I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a hard time reading my own handwriting.
oh boy.
I know. I see him writing over here.
If
It's
you
like,
can't
oh.
read your handwriting, I think we're all not going to be able to read it. For you playing the home game.
Wow, yeah, I'm looking at it, and that's pretty hard to see.
Polarization.
Polar bear.
All right.
Polar bears. Polar bears.
That falls in.
What about like solar flare radiation?
All right.
Kinda
Yeah. So
solar
some,
activity.
I would say that would codify
Like our
sunshine. Anything, I think that falls into a category of anything having to do with the sun. Like
Yeah.
the sun imploding, the sun turning into a red giant.
Well, I mean, there's also
Uh,
like our atmosphere deteriorating because
True, so it doesn't
because of all our
filter
fossil
out all
fuels.
the-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going
Okay,
around.
so I'd say that's actually two different ones. So we've got more solar.
Planetary, solar.
Well, there's the solar one, and then there's more the
Climate
more
atmosphere.
climate change. We destroy it.
Global
aspect.
warming.
And again, I think a lot of these scenarios, what we're talking about is not the Earth ending. We are talking about civilization ending. Because I think that's a common thing is people say the end of the world. No. The Earth's not going anywhere.
Yeah, we don't care about the Earth.
it's gonna be
The
here
Earth
for a
is
while.
not going anywhere.
We care about ourselves.
It's
and
a
being
matter
alive.
of it's a matter of if the Earth changes in a sufficient way that we can no longer survive here, that would be an apocalypse.
How many is that?
What about the Waterworld scenario? I
Ooh.
kind of like that one.
Does that go underneath the climate,
Climate?
change?
Oh yeah, that probably goes
Like-
into the climate change.
Yeah.
No, was that like ice caps melting and?
It could potentially be
I mean,
ice caps melting.
I mean,
yeah.
how did Waterworld happen? Do you remember?
They don't
Yeah.
really.
They don't really
say.
say
Just-
that I remember.
that's
it's
what I
just
like about those
They're
movies
like,
anyway.
there's a bunch of water.
I don't
Let's
like
find land.
explanations like that. Like,
yeah.
let's go to a backstory about how.
Yeah.
Well, especially with a movie like that, it's almost set so far in the future that
You
no
don't-
one exists alive that remembers why it happened.
Exactly.
So they,
Oh, yeah.
they don't. Now, if it was 20 years
Stories.
later, then I can understand them explaining a little bit more about why it happened.
Exactly.
But when it's
It's
that
more
far in the
recent.
future, exactly.
Yeah, stories have just become legend, and legend has become history.
And history fades. And
With the water.
wait, no, wait.
Wait,
what
wait.
I'm thinking Lord of the Rings, isn't it?
Oh.
And when even myth has become legend. Oh no, I'm thinking Wheel of Time actually. I don't
It
remember.
works.
It's something.
We just
Anyway.
went fantasy.
Yeah, I know. All right. So how many do we have?
I think that's 9.
9.
9. One more.
Nope.
All right. What are we? Well,
Wait,
okay.
wait,
well, what
wait.
are we missing? Any of the major scenarios? And all the folks at home are now yelling at their
Let's see.
things. What about
Let's
this?
see: alien invasion, zombie takeover, infection, super volcano, Planet of the Apes, quote unquote.
Nuclear.
Nuclear, yeah.
Polarization.
We blow the crap out of ourselves.
Exactly.
Nuclear.
Fallout style.
Yeah, I mean exactly. Fallout style. Matrix.
Matrix. Oh, that is good.
Come on. Oh,
Oh, wait,
we
wait,
gotta
okay.
put
So,
in-
so
okay,
we got,
so that's
we got
two.
World War III, nukes basically wipe
Yes,
out
Yeah.
World War III. We wipe ourselves out through mutually assured destruction, and then we've got Terminator.
Oh yeah.
everything.
I mean, which Terminator is basically another play on the Matrix, right?
AI.
I've always
like AI
believed
taking over.
Yeah, AI
Yeah.
becomes real,
Exactly.
and
we make
we
what
make
destroys
we
us
make what destroys us in technology
sentient.
form.
Yeah.
in a sentient machine form in one way, shape,
Yeah.
or form.
See that or zombies?
They're
Zombies.
both
But-
terrible.
Yeah.
All right.
This is
Okay.
part of the ranking process.
Exactly. Asteroid. We know it's happened before, but
That's true. Should we make like the solar stuff kind of maybe more like cosmic kind of
cosmological
Yeah.
in some way, shape,
something
or form? Like
foreign but not alien?
Oh, okay. What about what if it's there's cosmological caused by natural events, and then there's when I was reading
Oh.
that Time's Eye book, the destruction of our planet is actually caused by an alien race in another galaxy that actually hurls a comet.
Starship Troopers.
They actually, well, no, in this one, they actually hurl an asteroid at us to destroy us.
Oh.
So we at first think that it's a natural event, but it's actually
So
an
they're-
asteroid hitting the Earth.
And
without falling-
the aliens are so
true.
large that there was actually kids playing soccer, and they kicked the asteroid at us. But the asteroid was so.
Oh my word! Oh no, wait, no, that's
Men in
Men
Black.
That's Men in
That's
Black
like-
Yeah, Men
moment.
in
Yeah,
Black
that's a Men in
stuff.
Black moment. No, I actually think that one would fall under aliens. There's
Yeah,
different alien
because they
scenarios.
controlled it. So.
Exactly, it's an alien controlled
Yeah.
destruction of the Earth.
All right. Well,
in
we
some
have
way, shape, or
we
form.
have 10. Should we just go with these?
Well, are there any more missing? Though?
Yeah, which
Like, are there any big ones? So we've covered external forces against the
Mhm.
planet as far as cosmological. We've covered aliens. We've covered us destroying ourselves, technology destroying us. We've covered disease, zombies, classic scenarios, super volcanoes. I suppose even super volcanoes could fall into more of Earth's. Although no, I think there are some of those where it.
Like a planetary.
I think some of those need their own
shift.
category though.
Would we consider
Disaster.
like just generic monsters that like the Mist, that pretty much are from like a different dimension?
Like-
or would we
Ooh.
consider that as
Or like
alien?
or
'Cause
like
it technically kind of is alien, but it's
Time travel destroys us.
time travel. Yeah.
No. I mean, think about
Ooh.
rips a hole in space time.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
like somebody develops a time machine, it rips a hole in space time, destroys the universe. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
or goes back in time, kills their own dad. Therefore, they're not born.
Paradox of-
Paradox.
yeah.
The universe ends.
Exactly.
That doesn't.
They could. Yeah.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that's probably number one.
Yeah, I would say that too.
Number.
Unless we want to start combining some of these zombies that travel through time.
Ooh, time
I
traveling.
don't think
zombies.
that's ever
I
been
like-
made.
That would be a
That'd be
good
sweet.
story. Somebody out there
They're just
somewhere,
sending
please
zombies.
write a book.
Back in time
Yes, a future alien race sends back zombies to destroy us.
to train.
That'd be real
There we
cool.
go. We're combining 3 of them.
There
To
we go.
train his early generation how to fight zombies, so
All right.
he can become a better
So-
zombie fighter.
What
Okay.
if the zombies evolved into just normal humans? So it's like this loop that we came
Wait,
from zombies.
did we really just get to Looper now?
Yep.
So we just
So
came
we
from
have to
zombies.
close our own loop by destroying our future zombie selves.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's go with the list we have. I think this covers pretty good a lot of the apocalypse
Yeah.
scenarios.
It's the major ones.
Yeah, exactly. It's the major ones. So let's start ranking. So let's go to the first one on the list. What's the first one on the list?
Space time.
Can we all agree that
Yeah.
that's probably the most unlikely to happen?
Yeah.
So that's probably number one.
Yes. Okay, we'll go number 1.
And that even gets past to the point of like apocalypse. That's like
Yeah, it's just
that's not just world ending. That's
like
universe
universe, yeah.
ending.
science fiction garbage.
Very true. All right, so we got number 1. All right, what's next on our list?
Alien invasion.
It's up
Alien
there
takeover,
with. I
Independence
mean,
Day.
It's up there, but at the same time, okay. See, here's the question.
Feasibly.
Here's the question: if aliens are, assuming aliens are out there, there's a couple questions you have to ask. One, are they at a level of technology that they even care about us, or are we ants to them? So
they don't bother.
they don't even bother with us, or are they even so far advanced
They
they don't
can't see
even
us.
use technology in the way we do any longer, or they're Cro-Magnon man somewhere and they don't know we exist.
Exactly.
So, if all of those are not true and they actually are close to our technology or a little bit more advanced to where they have faster than light travel, something like that, 2, are they going to be violent? So, are they going to be
True.
the Independence Day type of zombies? Independence Day type of aliens? Or,
Mars attacks.
for those who have watched Stargate, are they going to be some of the Stargate types of aliens where they're very advanced and
Forerunner
benign?
type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would say it's probably up there. I'd say for right now, maybe we rank it like 3 or 4.
Yeah, because there's so many different ways you can go with that.
Yeah,
Like,
there's a lot of different scenarios
they
for
can
that.
harvest us. They could just be watching
The
us.
word harvest, when it refers to a human being, is so disturbing.
Well, maybe the planet instead. I didn't mean.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, all right.
Giggity.
Materials. There you go.
Zombie takeover.
Zombie takeover. This one, I don't know. I don't think it's that far fetched
Yeah,
that there's
same.
a virus or something that maybe it doesn't bring back dead tissue, but it turns a human being so
I mean,
Rabies.
yeah, I mean,
that's
there's
crazy
Yeah.
that they actually start like biting people, and that transmits, and that turns that person crazy. And it with a quick enough incubation period, it's not far fetched
Yeah.
to believe that it could happen.
well, it's like what Last of Us was based on was these
wasn't it spores or
There's
something?
this spore that
Yeah.
gets
Oh, yeah,
that the ants deal with, and it like infects their brain and takes their brain over, and therefore they're like crazed.
And those are real. Those are real parasitic.
Yeah, I mean that's a real
things that are.
I can't remember the name
Here.
of it, but
Oh,
I mean
yeah.
that's like
Yeah,
zombie.
and it turns the ants into like these like crazed things.
Yeah, and they'll
Yeah.
go up like higher in a plant. So a bird eats them, then they infect the bird, and then it just
Yeah, and they might.
finds
I
a
mean,
way to get
you know, it
it.
may not be zombies necessarily, like blood, flesh eating.
Well, I
zombies.
think that we can say that zombies are a almost not a metaphor, but a zombie is anything that has lost control of its faculties. I mean, yes, I know classic zombies are the undead.
but it's not like a full thinking.
Yeah, exactly. Lost
Socially
control
acceptable
of
human.
Yeah.
like number 8, then maybe 8. 7,
Maybe not
7?
8. I would say maybe 6 or 7. Yeah, let's put
Yeah.
6ish, 7ish.
6-ish.
You did not have to write the ish after it, you know.
6. Yes, you said it. I wrote it.
All right. What's next on your list?
Infection.
Okay, infection. I actually
disease.
so
It's probably gonna be-
I think this is pretty likely, and here's
Yeah.
I think it's when I see people going into grocery stores and all they walk out is with an antibacterial soap, and they don't let their kids run around outside in bare
Or they're
feet.
sneezing and coughing
Yeah.
like right on the next guy, right?
Well, no,
Exactly.
no, it's the reverse. It's the people that don't ever let any germs touch them.
oh yeah.
Period.
Oh yeah.
To me, that's what then breeds these superbugs that eventually
problem.
Exactly.
eventually there's going to be a way that they get past the antibacterial stuff that we know of and the medicines that we know of. That's why I don't use antibacterial soap. I use regular soap to wash my hands. I get sick occasionally. I let myself get sick
Exactly.
occasionally
Well, I
so
mean,
that
I
I
don't-
develop the antibodies to
I
It's your
feel like-
immune, your immune system. You have to build it up. You can't just be in a bubble.
exactly.
Yeah, I feel like I get sick less because I've grown up in an environment where I'm open to all
well,
this.
you may get sick like
Well, exactly.
small stuff more often,
Exactly.
but that prevents the I am
Bigger.
about to die from something
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I have no immune system because I haven't allowed antibodies to build up.
Yeah.
So I actually think that, I mean, with the way society's going within the next, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 years, I don't think it's that far-fetched to
Yeah.
think that there's going to be some major infection that's going to sweep at least a
'Cause they're-
country or something.
They're trying to sterilize everything,
Yeah.
and that's just making it easier for people
It makes
to get
these
sick.
because what do they say? 99.99% sterilization or
Yeah,
disinfection.
that
So
1%.
that 0.001% is a super bug now. It
Super.
multiplies. I mean,
Exactly.
yeah. So I would say that's probably for
Get
me
smart.
like maybe 8 or 9 as of right now.
Yeah,
We might have to move that after the fact, but
and the fact that there's so many of us on the planet. I mean, it's just
yeah.
gonna happen
Well, and
quick.
especially now with international travel the way it is. I
Yeah.
mean, in the last 50 years, the way that jet travel has allowed us to, in 6 hours, go from one coast to the other, be in an airport with another 50,000 people in the course of a day. I mean, it's
There was a zombie scientist that said like
I would love to have that job.
If we had, I know,
Yes,
research.
zombie science.
If
That'd
we
be so
had,
awesome.
if we had something like a zombie virus, it would spread within like, he said like within a half an hour, like
Wow,
most of the population would be
Yeah.
infected.
that makes
because
sense. I mean,
World
Well,
travel and
And
goods
I'm sure
being spread.
I'm sure it's something that like places like the CDC are actually looking at. Like, okay,
Or it was 3 hours. I
if
can't remember.
if something were to happen, what would the spread patterns be? It reminds me of the movie or the book and made into a movie, Andromeda Strain by Michael Crichton,
oh yeah,
where and that's actually an interesting one. It's a plague, but it's a plague strain brought from outer space.
hmm
And this idea of what if
Cosmic.
there's something that can get past all of our defenses? What do we do?
yeah,
So yeah.
kind of like a reverse War of the Worlds kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Not big,
Yeah,
but the little Men in Black. That
Yeah.
whole no, not Men in
Wait.
Black.
No.
Was it Independence Day?
yeah. No,
The-
No.
No.
it was
What
World of
are you
Worlds
talking
because
about?
the
Yeah,
aliens
yeah.
got
It was-
sick, right?
The aliens got sick.
Yeah.
Yes,
They
World of
shut
Worlds.
down because
yeah,
they're-
because
yeah.
their systems couldn't handle the bacteria and
Yeah.
stuff that exist or the biological organisms that exist.
Which is funny because you would think they come here, they would like sweep the planet first of.
that's true. Sterilize the planet.
yeah, they'd be
right?
like,
yeah, exactly.
Maybe they
we don't know
couldn't-
what's down here.
Maybe they couldn't read it. Who knows?
Could yeah.
Because
But just, I mean, come
weren't-
on. You
they-
got to
they didn't know what to
imagine.
look- They didn't know what to look for. You know.
But you got to imagine if you can go faster than light, they got to have some sort of like quantum sterilization where
Exactly.
they like swap the polarities of every particle on
Or at
the
least
planet and like
wear a-
everything just ceases to exist.
Wear a helmet at least. Be
Wear
safe.
a helmet.
Wear your tinfoil helmet. Come on.
This is going to lead into our next discussion after this about an unusual survival kit involving condoms.
So
more on that later.
It's true.
I feel like I need to write an alien comedy now where it's like coneheads, like they come and
Oh my.
we have to wear our hats to save us from the humans.
All right. Okay. So what's next on our list?
A super volcano,
Oh yes.
or basically anything like plate shifting,
I don't-
causing world destruction, sort of.
I could see it happening, but
See, I think we have to look at, are we looking at just a straight up supervolcano, or are we looking at a supervolcano caused by something? I think another one on our list is the polarization, the pole shifting, the poles flipping.
Or I mean, a super volcano causing a population so great to just be
honestly, I
eradicated.
think that on its own devices, I think that a supervolcano would need to be caused by something. I don't think
like a meteor or something
a
else
meteor
happening.
hitting a certain spot or the poles shifting or something else happening. I don't think a supervolcano by itself is just going to build up and explode, causing the entire Earth to go into a warming,
causing an apocalypse.
And the Earth has cooled down enough for it not to be like so violent,
exactly.
like that, volatile.
So what do we have? How many numbers do we have left on our list to fill in?
Well, I don't. We have an 8 or a 9. We have a 6 to 7-ish. We got a 1. We got a 3.
Okay, so this one I think is fairly unlikely. So I'm thinking this is maybe like a 4. Like I think this is up there. We might have to do some shifting after the fact, but I think this is pretty unlikely.
Below alien invasion.
I think a supervolcano is more likely than an alien invasion at this point.
Yeah.
All right. Planet of the Apes, quote unquote.
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch takeover.
They've been watching us.
They've been studying for a long time.
That's true.
Start with the
They're
cameras.
really good at hiding.
They are. Have you ever seen
until the moment?
See, here's the question though.
Harry and the Hendersons?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true. That's
that-
true.
yeah.
While we all agree that there may be other intelligent mammals and things like that
That's
out
my
there,
impression.
what are the we are about the only species that is as self-destructive towards our own species.
True.
Or towards other species. Like a chimp or doesn't go out of its way to destroy like I don't know, a snake's habitat.
That'd be hilarious.
Like
Can you
although that would be kind of a funny
That'd
movie.
There might be some monkeys out there like
what is up
like
with that
pounding on
chimp?
some ant
But
hole
you
or
know what I mean?
something.
Like we are about the only species on the planet that actually that goes out of its way to destroy
Harm.
other species,
Yeah.
whether on purpose or
What
otherwise.
if it's not just like apes? What if there's that belief that there's like another society under the ground that comes up?
Time machine
Yeah,
style.
Morlocks.
Yeah, the Morlocks.
Morlocks, yeah. What if it's like
ooh.
that?
There was a Doctor Who episode about something like that.
Hey.
Is there a Doctor Who episode that they don't cover?
Actually, yeah,
Every
they have like
every other
everything.
possibility.
Probably
That
true.
show's
They
been on
probably
so
have
long that-
covered
yeah.
everything
Do
on
they
the
have a
Doctor
super,
Who
do they have a
episode.
super volcano in there?
I don't know, but if they don't, they should.
Yeah.
I'm going to the
They
writers.
have a rip in space time.
Oh, well, there you go.
Actually,
Oh yeah, the Kraken time.
the
There
crack
it
in the
is,
wall. Actually, probably more often than not, it's a rip in space time that's about to destroy
Usually.
everything on that show.
Yeah.
And if it's any
Anyway.
Star Trek movie, then
So next time on This Week in Doctor Who,
Which that new movie looks sweet.
as long
The
as
new
there's
one
no
coming out?
time travel in it. But they
no,
do,
but they
I
do
think
go
there
back
is.
to no.
Yeah.
They
They
do go to
land the space. They land the starship on Earth.
Oh, look, we're back at
Yeah.
Earth.
Hi,
There
Daryl.
we go.
Next week on This Week in Trek,
Yeah.
that's another show.
How did Star Trek end up in this show?
Okay.
Polarization?
Oh no! Wait. We
Oh,
where
we
did
didn't
we
rank
place
it.
the
We
last
didn't
one?
rank it.
Oh.
Planet
I
of
think
the
that
Apes.
one gets put pretty high up there. And
Yeah, it's
not,
kinda
like maybe number 4-ish.
Close to
What do we have up in the
Alien.
4 range?
That was super volcano.
What do we have at 3?
Alien invasion.
2?
Nothing.
Actually, I think
Switch
Alien Invasion
3
should
and
go to
2.
number 2.
yeah.
And then I think
3.
Super Volcano should go to 3, and I think Apes should go to Apes. I think
Don't
that,
go to the zoo, people.
other species should go to 4
That's where it
as
starts.
unlikely.
We should go to number 4.
All right, what else we got?
Number 4, polarization.
Okay, this is actually based in fact.
Yeah.
It's just it only happens like once every 22,000 years.
Prove
Yeah.
it, Wendell. Prove it.
There's geological samples of stuff
okay,
where the
proof.
metal goes a
Every
different direction.
year, the number of degrees. So
Yeah.
flight instructor, right?
Yeah.
Every year, the number of degrees that about every 10 or 15 years, the runway numbers change, because the number of degrees of the magnetic fields are moving, right? So eventually,
I didn't know that it was like.
I don't know. I honestly don't know how often it is.
Yeah,
but like I know
that's
right
pretty
now
cool.
at Renton, our runway is 160, but the actual heading, if you're sitting right on it magnetically, is like 163. I want to say.
Oh wow.
So it's actually
not
not
much, but
aligned
it's-
perfectly.
it's,
But once it goes far enough to 165, then the runway number will get changed to runway 17.
Huh.
But it's
So-
a magnetic.
And that's caused by the magnetic field
So-
actually gradually changing where they're at.
There's the
Now,
science right there.
I have no idea.
Proof.
I have no idea if this whole poles flipping thing has anything to do with that.
Yeah,
But
because it's supposed to
it
say
could-
that it happens instantly, right?
or
From north to
a
south.
very short period of time,
Yeah.
which then causes all of this upheaval and all that kind of stuff. So I think we should look at it not
Yeah.
so much as is it likely, because I think we know it is
But
likely to happen someday.
Weren't there arguments that it wouldn't even do much either? Like they would just flip.
It'd rock
and-
the world
in
of
our
the compass world.
Well, yeah, in their compass world, but I
all
mean,
of our
otherwise-
compasses would have to be
besides that,
recalibrated.
yeah. But otherwise, that was
I
it.
don't know.
Yeah.
I think that goes pretty high up
It's
on our
gotta
list.
be-
Just because, not so much the
But
fact
in
that maybe it'll
terms of
never
it
happen.
taking-
In terms of it taking us out.
Yeah.
In terms of it taking us out, I think even if it's 5 or 10,000 years in the future, maybe we won't be on this planet anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be
Most likely.
We'll just kill ourselves off.
Either we will already,
Oh.
either we'll already be dead.
It's come full circle.
Either we will already be dead from one of these other things on our list.
We have found number 10, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do it ourselves.
All right, so I think this one should go fairly high up on the list.
Well, we've got 1 through 4, right?
Like 5?
What was 4?
Planet Apes.
Chimps.
Quote.
Honestly, I think this one should be up like number
Sasquatch.
2. I think this one should be up number 2 and all the others shift
Actually,
down.
yeah,
Oh,
because
crap,
they're all.
okay, here we go.
So I think it should go the crack in
2,
space time, and then poles flipping,
3.
and then 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, aliens, chimps.
Alien, chimps.
Alien
and-
chimps.
Zombie Takeover is 6 or 7, we said.
Actually, I would
I'd
say
say
that one
7
now. Wait, we
almost.
said
I
6
don't
or
know.
7 before.
Yeah.
Now, okay. So what else do we have left to
Yeah.
categorize?
We have solar, like sun going out, or
I think that's
like-
right up there with
or
the.
climate, or
I think the sun thing
nukes.
changing. I think that's right up there with the pole shifting.
Yeah, 'cause
it's gonna happen someday, but the likelihood of it
natural-
happening,
yeah.
it's a natural progression, but the likelihood of it happening in our
So,
in
do
the
I-
human lifespan on this planet is unlikely.
Do you
Yeah.
want to group them together?
We would
No.
have to.
No, I think it should be up there like number 3.
We'd have to nuke the sun like crazy for it.
Actually, it should be
to be
above.
pronounced.
It should be above the poles flipping, because it's more likely that the poles are going to flip.
Than the sun.
Because I think
In our
the
lifetime.
cycle is like 30,000 years or something. The sun is going to do something a lot further away than 22,000 years.
It's got a couple.
So it's got to go
million to more years.
crack in space time, then the sun, then poles flipping.
So 2.
I love that we are actually having this conversation.
This is really awesome.
2.
This is the type of conversation I loved
3.
having in college at like 4 a.m.
And then everything else bumps. So
yeah,
we
then
got
everything else bumps. So what does? Okay,
4.
so that means we've got 4, 5, 6, and 7 already now.
5, 6. Yes.
So that leaves us 7, 8, 9, and 10. What are left?
7-ish.
God,
Let's see. Climate, global warming.
that's another one that's kind of.
That kind of falls with.
See, the question is global warming just going to change the planet to where it's difficult for us, or is it actually going to wipe us out?
Well,
I think
mean,
more
like,
difficult. I would say.
like how slow that progression is and how fast we evolve and change with that.
Tell you what we do. Let's work from the bottom up now. What's number 10? I think we all know what number 10 is. Number 10 is we destroy ourselves with some sort of
Like
war.
nuclear.
Like
Nuclear
takeover.
war
Yeah.
or something where we blow something up in such a way that it causes the...
Nuclear takeover.
Okay, so that leaves us with which
Destruction.
ones?
AI
Ooh.
and then climate. I mean, granted, we have more than 10. We have more than 10 right now. on
Okay,
this
okay.
list.
So which other ones do we have other than those last two?
That's it.
Okay, that's and so now we have one spot left.
Let's see. We
Okay,
have,
let's go through the ones that we have
we have-
guaranteed
we have one spot left.
and 2 things.
Yeah.
So we have spot number 9, and the 2 options to fill it are Terminator or global warming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would think Terminator's close to the nuke thing because it's something we create. It doesn't have to be completely smart AI. It could be just something that automatically destroys itself.
What's the global? Isn't there a movie about that?
What, Terminator?
No, not Terminator.
The Matrix.
No, not the actual an actual AI, but more of a computer that was designed to control the nukes. That then I'm thinking War Games. Is it War Games?
Yeah.
War Games,
Games,
where the computer that was designed to control the nuclear arsenal of the United States thinks it's playing a simulation, but in actuality, it's playing it for
arming
real.
the nukes and
Yeah, so I actually
that makes sense. I mean, it could just take any kind of virus to do that. It could.
That's true.
It's
or
very
terrorism or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So actually, I think that's probably that should probably get categorized in with the nuclear war, like nuclear war
True, yeah.
winter
AI.
type thing.
Something we create that.
Something we create. Yeah.
So climate.
So that leaves us
9.
with climate at number 9. All right,
Mass
so
destruction.
let's go from our top 10 list from top to bottom. Number 1 being the least likely thing to happen, and number 10 being the most likely thing to happen.
We'll need another mortis.
We are going to need another
Here we
mortis.
go.
All right, here we go. Starting from number 1, the most whoopee idea for Apocalypse: space-time.
Yeah.
Like a rip in space time.
Rip in space-time.
All right.
Let's see. Number 2, solar destruction, like the sun going out, right?
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
By
yeah.
definition.
Sun going out. That
Sun-
would qualify
Yeah.
as bad for
Yeah.
us, I would say.
Just a little bit.
We would freeze to death.
All those solar power cars, which does not work anymore.
Polarization.
Poles flipping. All right.
Poles
Yeah.
flip. Who
Yeah.
knows if that would actually do anything besides screw up our compasses? Let's see.
That's why it's up there on our list
guess-
of least likely
Yeah.
things to
Exactly.
destroy us.
That's right. That's why
Don't
we
go
did this list.
camping.
Alien Invasion, number 4.
All right.
Independence Day, Will Smith. Number 5,
Will Smith?
Super.
Is Will Smith one of the options?
Yes. No. That would be Chuck Norris.
Oh, that's
Where
that's
would
true,
Chuck
yeah.
Norris
Yeah,
fall
see,
on this
Will,
list?
Will Smith was also save us. Super Volcano, number 5.
All right.
No.
Number 6, Planet of the Apes, or Sasquatch,
Chimps.
whenever he decides to come out from hiding.
That's true. It's kind of hard to take over the planet
it's a
if you
devious-
don't ever allow yourself to be videotaped. That is not
That's-
blurry,
yeah.
shaky cam.
That's true. Blair Witch Project.
Number 7, Zombie Takeover. Right? That's what happened to us the other
I
night.
think so.
Yeah, we survived.
That's true.
Infection, like disease, number 8. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I
We
did
good?
not
I
realize that was a
really-
question.
I
I did not
really
realize that was a question.
No comment? Okay. Climate, number 9, as in global warming.
And that we're kind of considering more the eventually, whether it's 50 years, depending on who you talk
Yeah.
to, next year or 300 years,
Slowly become water
we
world.
destroy either the ozone layers to where the poles, and it could even be something that is not necessarily only caused by us. It could be a
yeah.
natural cycle of the planet that
Easily.
We are
it warms
using-
up and it just becomes uninhabitable for
What
us.
what happened in The Day After Tomorrow? Was it just one of
That was the superstorm.
It was just a storm. So
It was the superstorm
freezing
that
everything.
yeah,
'cause
it
was so
yeah, which it instantly froze helicopters apparently.
that's what it was.
in
It was
midair.
bringing in
Oh,
cold
and
atmosphere from
yeah.
the
Couldn't you go
That
on
was
the
a bad
stratosphere or
movie.
Couldn't you
whatever.
run into a building and then survive the freeze?
Yeah,
Like,
oddly.
No,
It was some
because
kind of
it
ray
fr-
gun that
No,
like,
because it froze everything.
Mr. Freeze.
Like it
but I know,
instantly
but
froze.
isn't there one of the characters like runs and hides from it? Like
Does he?
and
they
then,
they
like,
pretty much all
survived.
That
gather
was
in
a
buildings.
bad movie. I just
Yeah.
remember the helicopter instantly freezing in midair
Exactly.
and then just dropping like a rock.
Yeah.
That was a bad movie.
That would not happen.
I
You'd
don't
have
think
to
that's
be,
on our list. I
you-
hope that's
You
not
would
on
have
our
to be
list.
put in space like instantly for that. To really
even that
yeah,
in Sunshine, right?
there would still
In
be
Sunshine, the one character is jumping between the two ships and he misses and goes off in space. And you see him like at first he freezes, but you can still see his eyes moving.
Oh yeah.
Because it takes a
Oh,
couple
yeah.
seconds for that to freeze out.
It's not
And even
yeah.
a superstorm, even if you go to negative 350 degrees or something like
You're
that,
not
it does
gonna-
not happen instantaneously.
Yeah.
It happens pretty
It was
dang
like
quick. but
absolute
it's-
zero in that movie. It was just like bam.
Yeah, which what would it take to make absolute zero happen on
Yeah,
Earth
oh my God, that-
naturally?
Yeah.
So
freeze.
Sequel to
Yeah,
that movie.
it-
It was all planned
it
by
takes
the
Arnold.
chimps.
The only way it happens is Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's the only way we get that kind of cold.
I want you all to chill. Chill.
Oh, that
All
movie-
right, that was number 9. So we're at number 10, the most likely apocalypse to happen. Basically, we do it ourselves. So nuclear takeover, AI.
Okay, wait. How did you say that word?
What? Nuclear?
There you go.
Nuclear.
Nuclear?
Nuclear, not
nuclear.
nuclear.
Nuclear?
Nuclear.
Nuclear takeover or the robots?
All right, so there you have it. You
Number
heard
10,
it.
everybody.
You heard it here first. The human population is most likely to get wiped out or in some way significantly affected by us destroying ourselves in some way, shape, or form.
And I'm going to copy this list
yeah,
because it's a great list.
We'll put this up in the show notes.
As in, you will see exactly what I wrote.
Actually, yeah, I think we should totally take a picture of this, and then we'll
That'd
do
be
a
awesome.
We're gonna then do a translation of it for those that cannot understand any of
Rosetta
Niles'
Stone.
chicken scratch.
Disclaimer: I was writing half on my knee and half in the air. So there you go.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
I'm not a doctor.
All right.
As in
Oh,
bad,
I guess
bad
you needed that
handwriting.
paper. All right.
Hey, so do you want to go talk about this Mayan thing really quick? Like.
Oh yeah.
debunk it really
However, we need more.
Oh, yeah.
of our mortis.
Let's-
I think we should have a little song while we go take
Oh,
a momentary.
have a little break.
Yeah, we're gonna have a small break while we go enjoy or crack open another brewski, and we'll be back with you shortly.
We'll be right back.
Woohoo.
Hi, this is Brian Ibbett from The Morning Stream and Coverville, and you're listening to the Dystopic Boys on the Dystopic Radio Network.
And welcome back, folks.
Theme song here. Theme song here.
And we're back from our break. Oh no, not the Gundam style song. So while we were on break, we thought about another apocalypse scenario that we should have thought about from the last podcast, and for some reason we didn't. The sterilization of the population due to, although now that I think about it, I think that should fall into the plague category.
But what if it's just natural?
I mean, like
it's
the children of men, like
the children of men scenario.
Fertility.
I think it would be maybe a we cause it to ourselves kind of scenario, because that typically, I mean, I don't know.
Either way, I mean,
where would that fall in our list if we were to change our list? The list is set in stone now because Niles has written it. But if that were to fall on our list, where would it be?
Yeah, I ain't change it.
Would it be like a 9.5?
Yeah.
I
like,
mean,
what if it's like a dead end of evolution or something that we just
could be
genetic defect?
Well, okay, so there's the question though: would we be able to genetically change ourselves in
True.
order to fix those genetic defects before it actually goes back to another story in Stargate, where the aliens are dying and they can't fix themselves?
This isn't a Stargate
I remember that.
I know. Yeah, it's the ancient.
They find they find like the recording of it.
No, not Azerothians. That's World of Warcraft. The
Sorry, Stargate was never
what
my
are they?
thing. Sorry.
Crap.
Don't worry about it.
It just.
All right, I'll think of it.
Yeah, I should know this.
I'll look it up.
Oh.
Okay.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Yeah, seriously. All right. So going back, now we're going to talk about a little bit about the whole Mayan thing and why it's basically it's Mayan myth for dummies 101.5.
Yeah, so basically I found a little news video that kind of laid it all out on a nice little commentary platter for you. Here you go.
From about 250 until 900 AD, the Mayas were the big dogs of the Americas. From southern Mexico to Honduras, they were huge in art, astronomy, and architecture, but really made a name for themselves with their calendar. It's complicated, so buckle up. Our solar calendar essentially runs along a never-ending line. So, when we hit the year 9999, we won't roll over like a car odometer, we tack on another digit. But for the Maya, it's not that simple.
Asgard.
It's a system of 3 interlocking wheels, each wheel a different length of time, similar to the weeks, months, and years of our solar calendar. But because it's a circular system, there's a twist. Think of their calendar as a bike wheel. There's no end point because, well, it's a continuous loop. So at some point, these wheel combinations will line back up and the date will repeat.
We had the same date happen 5,000 years ago. And we know that that was very important in Mayan mythology. It's when the gods were supposed to kind of reorder the universe a bit.
Simon Martin and Loa Traxler have rock star status at the University of Pennsylvania's Penn Museum. These archaeologists in demand are trying to tease out the hype from reality using ancient Maya artifacts.
Problem is that the Maya only talk about it twice. In all the thousands of inscriptions, this year it's mentioned 2 times. And both times, they kind of use it as an anchor point. They don't really tell us anything about what's supposed to happen.
It's like a New Year's. People should think of it as the opening of a new period of time and celebrate both Maya heritage as well as our own place in this amazing global world.
Hangover on the 22nd.
Exactly.
Dan Kleffler, ABC News.
Here we go, hangover on the 22nd.
Hangover on the 22nd.
See, it's just one big party. So yeah, I mean, the whole idea, we hit this point, there's double dates, and just it resets. There's no end of the world.
Yeah.
There's just
continual
resets.
All right,
because it's happened thousands of years before that when the date has hit a point where it needs to stop and reset.
So it was a significant date for them because of the way that their calendar lined up, but it did not signify the end of the world or the end of anything. It's like us having a new year.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Don't freak out that it's going to be January in like a week.
Exactly. Yeah. Do not freak out, people.
What? Oh, crap.
There you have it. Straight from ABC News. The world is not going to end. Or wait, did not end.
Straight from ABC.
Yeah, I know.
Mayan calendar for dummies.
It's like PBS 2.0. The more you know.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I did edit that a little bit. He started about talking about hot chocolate from the Mayans at the very beginning.
Ooh.
I was like,
wait, is that kind of anything like the was it Aztec? The
Asgard?
Chocolate?
Yes. So, speaking of which, if you heard a little momentary Asgard thing in there, the aliens from Stargate that are dying because of genetic anomalies and they can't fix it in time are the Asgard.
Yeah.
We are.
Oh, yeah, Asgard. They use all their technologies.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that was a good episode. That was a good episode.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't mean to get violent there. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all we need to go through.
See, that's the thing. People freak out that, it's not the end of the world. It's just normal, everyday stuff. It's all about perception.
Exactly. All right. Next up, we've got
Inception?
Inception?
Oh, Inception. Ooh, that was a good movie.
it's
That has
not-
nothing to do with the apocalypse,
Nothing to do with it.
but very good movie. All right. Next up, we've got one of the most unusual things I've ever seen, and it's actually called an unusual survival kit. Niles, where did you find this, and why?
This is actually from. There was like 2 sites I was floating around. There was like post-apocalypse like survival website. Like there's a website devoted to like novels you can read,
Nice.
lists for
All
the
right.
apocalypse and all
So,
that stuff.
I was just reading
there's
this
like a
first one.
list.
I was just reading this first one, and
This fits well with you.
yeah, I know. Yeah, but I was just reading the description of it. All right, so number 1 on this list of unusual survival kit items is hot sauce. And then I had not previously, when we were reading this list, I had not read the descriptions of any of these and the reasons. So hot sauce says, not only is hot sauce manly and delicious, it becomes really valuable after the apocalypse. Why? Well, I, for one, could probably eat a steaming pile of shit if I had enough hot sauce, and given the slim pickings when it comes to food after the apocalypse, that's pretty important. All right, there we go.
Actually, yeah, that's very
Yeah,
valid.
so basically, you can eat anything if you put enough hot sauce on it because it kills your taste buds and you can't taste it.
True. Just eat leaves,
And
hot sauce salad.
Damn, is it gonna hurt on the other end?
Oh,
Man, could you
Ouch.
imagine eating hot shit and shitting? Shitty shit.
Shitception.
Ooh.
Crap inception.
Wow.
Another
That's
way.
right,
Another way the
folks.
apocalypse happens.
Oscar.
That's right, folks. We'll be
Oscar.
nominations for
And the winner of the Oscar goes to.
and the Dystopic Boys podcast will be up for nominations for podcast of the year starting whenever it gets good.
All because of crap inception.
All right. So that's number 1 on the unusual survival kit. Number 2, Niles, what's up with number 2?
Tampons.
Oh, sorry, I was drinking it there.
All right, tampons and/or okay. Now it's got an and/or maxi pads.
Not because I think you're a big vagina. It's because they are designed to absorb blood, and
What?
they do a damn good job.
And it actually says that in the description.
My mind is blown.
So it says if you get a serious laceration, you're out in the woods, you have to stop the bleeding
Holy
fast, and you need something that is super absorbent. This is the best thing for the job, short of it. Oh no, one other thing that's just as good at this, at absorption, probably better. I don't know. I don't know this for a fact. Diapers. The silica that is in baby diapers is supposedly like able to absorb like 50 times its own volume in liquid. I don't know that for a fact. I don't have any kids, and
You could hold some water in
Let's
it, maybe.
test this out.
Yeah.
all right, live next time on the Dystopic Boys, we pour water into a diaper.
Sweet.
No, it's more like I'm out in the woods, like, okay, I'm on day 3.
It's coming.
I've just used a diaper to hold the water. I don't know how long I could
All
survive.
right. So moving on. All right. So far we have hot sauce tampons. Number 3 is vodka.
Whoa.
With this tampon.
Hot
and
sauce
this toothpick.
tampons.
And vodka.
And okay.
While having a glass of warm
Vodka.
vodka would be a godsend after the apocalypse, it also has a variety of other uses along with its infinite shelf life. Consuming vodka makes you feel warm if you're freezing. Okay, this one I call bunk. Bullshit. Whatever. Consuming vodka makes you feel warm if you are freezing. It makes you feel warm. It actually causes you to lose heat faster because it allows the warmth that it causes your capillaries to actually expand and allowing you to lose. It makes you feel warm because it's warming your extremities at the expense of your core.
So I think they stopped using it with the dogs.
Yes, they have stopped using that because it actually cools you down faster.
The
little St. Bernards,
barrel.
the St. Bernards with their little barrel of whiskey.
So I mean, that's the same thing with like whiskey or any type of alcohol.
Yeah, any type of alcohol. It allows the blood to flow more to your extremities, so it makes your whole body feel warmer, but you're actually losing the entire point of your body going into feeling cold is to conserve the warmth at the vital organs where it matters. You can lose a finger and still survive. If you send all that warmth out to your finger to save your finger, then your heart stops because it freezes. Or because you get hypothermia or whatever. So the entire point to feeling cold is because you don't want to die.
That makes sense.
Number 4, Nick.
Number 4, washboard.
That's
okay.
That's obvious.
That is not abs.
Is okay. Waterboarding. Let's see
pair
here.
of those with me.
Being able to wash your clothes is priceless. Well, yeah, true.
And a washboard is
that would kind of suck, you're out in the wilderness, get muddy.
And you gotta
live with that.
It's either that or you rub the clothes together.
There's a reason
you could even
why
wash other people's clothes for them in exchange for supplies.
Hey.
Being in the post-apocalyptic corn laundry could have its benefits.
Oh, that was the one thing. Alcohol. I mean, if anything, alcohol is going to be a
yes,
good
no,
trade
that's very
value.
true. Now, and again, as there's a reason we have the what are you drinking segment on the show is because in an apocalypse, it's not just about staying warm. It's about life is crap and I want to forget it.
True.
So I need to drink more. So I will give goods for more alcohol.
Also, like using just normal alcohol for sterilizing.
That's
stuff.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. And numbing pain. And I actually think that they talked about this briefly. So like if you had to, let's say,
amputate.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Walking Dead.
No, not that part.
Speaking of Walking Dead, the chop part.
Chop.
Wait, where'd you get to?
No, I'm not that part. I'm talking about like the first 2 episodes. Wait, apparently Niles knows something about Walking Dead that I don't.
Well, no. Yeah, wait. Yeah.
Spoiler
You're
alert.
not there yet.
No, apparently I'm not there yet. Wow, all right. Somebody loses something.
Which one are you talking about?
Okay.
I'm not telling.
So to recap, we have hot sauce, tampons or maxi pads, vodka, washboard, candy. Candy packs high calories and a boost of sugar in a little package. If you have to travel long distances, candy can give you that boost until
until you crash in the middle of the desert.
That's the thing is
and die.
It's gonna melt in the desert too, right?
True. Yeah.
No,
don't
you know what you
chocolate.
need? Lambda spread.
Yes. Fold
Lord
it
of the
in
Rings
leaves.
reference. The
yes.
elven bread that gives you lots and lots. Seriously, you need something that's a very high.
I totally forgot about.
You just need a bite, right? And it's like you're full.
You're full, and you have energy for the entire day.
There we go.
No, so I think instead of candy, you need something more of. Wow, I'm just reading this description again. Don't underestimate the power of sugar, but don't overdo it by eating so much candy you look like one of those fat asses on Doomsday Preppers.
Doomsday.
Wait, is that a show?
Doomsday Preppers.
That's
the
Discovery
it was
one,
a
right?
separate show, but it's the same. It's the same idea.
Oh, okay.
It's guys that prep for. Doomsday.
Wait, is that like they do
guys
like
who make lists who grab?
And do they do like
somebody.
panic rooms and things like that?
Oh yeah.
Is that like
the
panic
bunkers?
rooms?
They do like
the bunkers,
like cribs of these guys, like
boy. All right.
bunkers and stuff.
So I think that instead of candy, I would go more for like really high, like densely packed protein bars.
Yeah.
Like more
beef jerky.
Yeah, I mean, more high caloric.
Beef jerky's gonna hold a little longer, I guess. But.
True, and it's gonna be more of an even. It's gonna be more of an even calorie.
Oh,
Twinkies. If you're gonna get candy,
no,
Twinkies.
come on, Twinkies are no more.
You
know
gotta
that.
find like a vault of them.
You know that.
Here.
Hostess is no more.
They're dead.
What?
You don't know that? Yeah, Hostess
that's
filed.
right.
Was it? They filed for Chapter 11 or Chapter 13.
Didn't the boost in sales it probably picked them up for a little bit. They're like, yes, we're back on board, and then they're like, oh,
which is crazy.
Yeah,
I never expected them to ever go out.
Well, these days.
Well, so their problem was they did too many weird coconut balls and stuff like that. They should just stay with Twinkies.
No, what were they?
Twinkies,
Snowballs.
the
Remember?
recipe.
Okay, going back to another post-apocalyptic movie, Zombieland.
I guess it was, yeah.
Snowballs. Why did it have to be snowballs?
Yep.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
This is why Hostess went down, because
snowballs. That's why.
Yep.
It's true.
All right.
Stay with
Moving on.
Twinkies and
Okay, another
ding-dongs.
controversial one: condoms. You can certainly trade these, but the real value comes in their ability to carry water or even fuel.
Yep.
Never would have thought of that. That's true.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
they stretch.
And then here's a pro tip: don't carry fuel in them and then use them.
Well,
that would be kind of
just going on a limb and saying. I'm just saying.
Whoa! What's that? What's that smell?
Woo! It's a little tingly. All right.
Well, friction can. It's on fire.
All right.
I have a story about that, but I won't go there.
Whoa.
Not from
Oh
not,
my! All
not
right,
from personal
moving
experience.
on.
It's
How
not
about that
PG.
PG-13 rating? All right, condoms. Okay, next up we've got a siphon. Siphon actually makes a lot of sense.
That's where my paper ends.
Siphon. Having a siphon puts you at a tremendous advantage. If the fuel supply stops pumping, there will always be vehicles around to siphon fuel from when the SHTF is what they said. When the shit'f.
That's a new one.
I have no idea what that means.
What
and a siphon can get that fuel. You did not copy something on this page.
Oh.
No, it's more like they didn't spell check their post because I copied everything.
All right, and next up we have aluminum foil.
I thought it'd be a dictionary.
Yeah, obviously.
Let's see. Aluminum foil. You can wrap meat in it and toss it in a campfire. You can mold it to any shape. You can put it on your head to avoid alien contact.
It's true.
You can use it for a cup, bowl, funnel, gas siphon.
The gas that you just siphoned.
Can you make
with your condom?
Radar dish?
Yes, probably.
Attach to your teeth and pick up
See,
terrestrial
look,
radio.
he said it too. You might even want to mold it to a tinfoil hat.
All right.
Sweet.
Okay, next up, dental floss.
Doing
I know
that
most people
tomorrow.
probably don't floss, but which is gross but true. Floss can be used for fishing line or a variety of minor repairs.
Tripwire.
Also, yeah, exactly. Snares.
Yeah.
Snares.
Exactly.
It helps you. Anything that will keep your teeth in your head a little longer. Plus, you can store sewing needles inside the dispenser, and the floss can be used to sew. All right. There you have
the
it.
container that it comes in.
LED lighters. LED lighters?
You mean like?
Oh, it's a lighter that has an LED flashlight in it. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
They sell LED lights that can start fires? That
Converting-
seems like it's a little dangerous.
They're cheap.
Yeah.
They are cheap, refillable, and they have an LED
Don't trust the
flashlight.
laser pen.
Yeah.
Along with the lighter. You can't beat that.
Wow. Okay, now, a lot of these are common sense, but this one's interesting. Black shoe polish. Shoe polish ignites very easily. You can spread it on some branches and throw some sparks at it from your fire
Throw
steel.
some sparks at it. Magic. This is some
and
Harry
get a
Potter
fire
stuff.
going quickly. It burns very hot, but it produces an awful smell. I'd be skeptical about cooking over it unless you were sure all the shoe polish had burned off. So basically, using it as a fire starter. All right, metal coat hanger, and the next line reads: "Coat hangers kick ass."
Okay, that's cool.
Who wrote this?
Have you ever broken into a car? Actually, I've unlocked my car with a coat hanger.
I tried.
AAA just actually about 4 days ago unlocked my car with something that looked vaguely like a thickened, slightly slanted.
Yeah,
coat
they have
hanger.
the bar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they
the
go
weird
there.
little bar thing.
Yeah.
I locked my keys in my car
Pop it out.
and I called AAA. About 15 minutes, they showed up, and he spent 30 seconds, stuck a little shiv in the.
Yeah, it's crazy how
not a
fast
shiv.
they do it.
Shim. Yeah,
Shim.
there's a big difference between a shim and a shiv.
Oh, there you go. You can bend it into like a square and then wrap it in aluminum foil, and voila,
cooking
you
surface.
have a pan.
Ooh, combine.
All right,
Yeah,
fish
nice.
antibiotics.
I'm gonna MacGyver that.
Wait. Fish antibiotics?
You can get fish antibiotics, and it's a link on eBay. They are the
So
exact
that way you
same
don't have to go to the
generic.
doctor.
They are the exact same generic antibiotics that you get prescribed, and they work. Never hurts to stock up on antibiotics. You should buy these even if you aren't preparing for doomsday. Beats going to the doctor. Are you kidding me?
So wait,
You can
wait,
just
wait.
do that.
Are
And
they-
No, you can't. These are the crazy people that get sick and die
Yeah.
because they didn't take antibiotics when they needed to.
Oh my god.
Wait. Did they use them on
Take a
fish?
horse
no,
tranquilizer
no,
to
I
go
think
to
they're
sleep.
made from fish. That's weird.
That's some messed
Yeah,
up
that-
people.
No kidding. All right.
Don't go to the doctor, people.
Well, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
this
Don't
is-
go to the doctor. Just eat fish.
Yeah.
Apparently. All right. Clove,
Well, you know.
clove oil. You can use clove oil to numb an abscessed tooth, and trust me, I have done it. Is this person like a beatnik, like hippie?
This is probably the same person that did the website.
What's the website look like?
Yeah, what's the website?
It looks like something that a
He has the
doomsday
internet?
prepper put up, you know.
All right.
It's like a
okay. Let me
doomsday-
say, was it made either for GeoCities, Angel Fire, or what's one of the
Well, it's
other
knockoff.
main web providers in the 1990s?
Maybe.
Netscape.
Well, Netscape was the browser.
I didn't pay attention.
Oh yeah, true. That's
Could be an Angel Fire.
I think it's either probably GeoCities or Angel Fire.
Yeah.
Those were the big two back then. Back in like the late 90s. All right. Okay. So to recap on our unusual post-apocalyptic survival kit, we've got hot sauce, tampons and/or maxi pads, vodka, washboard, candy, condoms, a siphon, aluminum foil, dental floss, LED lighters. That's still a weird one to me. Black shoe polish, metal coat hanger, fish antibiotics, weirder one to me, and clove oil. All right, there you have it, folks. If you need a post-apocalyptic grab bag, reach for the fish antibiotics.
Those are some ideas for
Let's
you.
go down to the river, catch us some fish.
All right.
Antibiotics.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Exactly. Just eat more fish. That you get all the antibiotics you need according to this guy's website, which we're not going to dignify with putting the links up. All right. What do you guys have yet? I think we've about covered a lot of the things that are normally associated with an apocalypse.
Yeah.
Niles?
Yeah, I think we're pretty good. I think we covered debunking and lists and yeah. Is there anything else coming up? What?
Keep
What?
talking.
What's going on?
Keep talking.
I'm trying to keep coming.
Where am I?
I mean, coming. I'm trying to keep coming. I'm trying to keep talking too.
Mouth insert foot here.
Holy that was
Woo!
awesome.
This is what happens when we go a little longer than usual. We start talking crazy. I don't know. Oh, Nick.
Yes.
Did you have any more insights on this Mayan debunk? Because you were talking about the show earlier. That you were
Oh,
watching.
right. The show on was it Discovery
It's like
or
Discovery
TLC or something like
I've
that?
actually seen them for like a couple of years.
Well, yeah, I guess they were doing the 2012.
Yeah. It was basically the same thing that the ABC thing was saying. It was just like it's not the end of the world. It's just a. Actually, they were saying it was like it marks the beginning of a new world. It's not like the world ending. It's just a next phase of time, pretty much. Which just makes sense.
Did this have the crazy guy with long hair from the Ancient Aliens show?
Yeah. The one that's like
Seriously?
on every
Yes.
single
Yeah,
seriously
he had really long
that guy's
hair.
Crazy. Yeah.
It was on the it was Ancient Aliens. Was the name of the episode of something. I can't remember. And
That's
he's like,
actually
he's
it's
crazy.
a series.
Yeah, it's a series.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
good.
watched the Ancient Aliens one. That gets going back to Stargate. The whole concept that the pyramids were landing platforms for aliens.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's why there are pyramids in both like the
Societies
Mayan
before
temples
us.
and in the pyramids, things
Yeah.
like that. Excellent. It all comes back to Stargate, folks.
Yeah, Stargate.
You heard it here first.
There's the answer.
Wow.
Non-believer.
Yeah, non-believer. Wow. All right. Well, if you guys don't have anything else, I think that's going to call it for today. We're glad for anybody who is still out there. If you want to get a hold of us and let us know how ridiculous this show was or anything you'd like to hear on the next episode, which will be hitting sometime in January, you can find us at dystopicradio.com. You can contact us at feedback@dystopicradio.com. Look for us on Facebook, Twitter, iTunes. You can call and leave us a voicemail at 206-414-9309. You can find Niles at dystopicradio.com. You can find me at Wendell@dystopicradio.com. And I'm
just out in the the
Nick,
wilderness.
thanks for being on the being on the episode.
Yeah,
It was great having you on. It was a lot of fun. Woo! Our first guest appearance
Sweet.
by someone.
Do I get a medal or something? Like that?
We should totally make
Hey, you
like
got
Dystopic
beer.
Radio coins or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dystopic
Here.
Radio coins
They're
that
good
we
at
give out
any
to
Chuck E.
guests.
Cheese.
All right,
But
well,
then you use your collectible.
we hope you guys stay safe. And Niles, this is where you say your little thing first.
Well, obviously, we are still alive, and if you are still alive out there, please grab a cold brewski. Don't grab some vodka because you're probably gonna freeze. And yeah, I was gonna say stay beautiful, but that's not.
I know that's another show. No, so we will.
See you guys on the other side.
What?
See you guys on the other side.
Oh,
exactly. I know. All right. Well, hey, you guys stay safe out there, and we will see you next time.
See you on the other side.
This broadcast has been brought to you by the Dystopic Radio Network and survivors like you.